Some sweet. Coming right up on Weekend at the Cottage. Welcome to Weekend at the Cottage. I'm Nick Manojlovic with something very sweet for you. We're making a clafoutis, a traditional French custard dessert. This dessert is so straightforward. At the end of this video, you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, I am making that. Pay close attention. It is really a wonderful thing to prepare, especially if you have guests coming for dinner. Fantastic. We're starting with an oven-proof baking dish, about 9 inches wide. I love the fluted edge. It's about 1 inch thick. We're taking a knob of butter, and I'm gonna butter the inside of the dish and also up the sides. We're gonna transfer that buttered dish onto a parchment-lined baking sheet, set it to the side, turn your oven on to 350 degrees. Principal ingredient, I'm using Damson plums. These are really wonderful in this recipe because they hold their shape. Once they're washed, we're going to use 6 in this recipe. Cut them in half, and this is one of the wonderful features of this fruit. When you crack your plums open, the stone comes away with little effort. Invert the halves on a cutting board, and we're slicing into thin strips. We're going to transfer the plums into a medium-sized bowl. Take a washed navel orange. We're going to grate the rind of the navel orange, add the zest into the bowl. I want to add a little bit of spice, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground coriander, and now a wonderful flavor enhancer, 1 package of vanilla sugar, sprinkle on top. Bring this together and now set your fruit to the side. Now we're going to make the custard filling, and I like doing this in a large measuring cup because we'll be pouring the custard into the dish. So we're starting with 3 eggs at room temperature, 1/2 cup all-purpose unbleached flour, 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of whole milk, a 1/4 cup of 10% cream, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. Now we're taking a hand mixer, we're gonna mix the custard together, and you're just gonna process for a few moments until all the lumps are away. Bring your dish back into focus. We're just gonna pour enough, probably about a 1/4 inch, just to cover the bottom of the dish. This goes into the oven and we're gonna bake for 10 minutes. At the 10-minute mark, the dish comes out of the oven. You can see the bottom of the custard is adhering to the dish. Now we take our plums, a small teaspoon, and I'm just gonna gently place the plum mixture on top of the custard. Fantastic. We take the remaining custard liquid, we're pouring on top, and you return your clafoutis to the oven. It's gonna bake for an additional 45 minutes. At the 45-minute mark, we're looking for a beautiful golden top. The center no longer jiggles. You know your clafoutis is done. Allow it to chill for maybe about 15 minutes and need that time to cool down before we take icing sugar. And we're just gonna do a beautiful tap across the top. This clafoutis is ready to be enjoyed. Serving it is so simple. Knife cutting into it. We're taking a pie lifter, transfer onto plates. It is very elegant and very lovely, and honestly, it's one of the easiest desserts you can make. You don't need a lot of time in the kitchen. You just have to be ready to fall in love with this fabulous plum clafoutis. My mouth is watering, but I'm gonna take that first bite because you wanna know how it tastes, right? Oh. Oh, I got goosebumps. Yeah. So I'm gonna suggest you make a plum clafoutis, and after that, I'd like you to come back and visit Weekend at the Cottage. When you visit our website, please subscribe to it. Look for us on our dedicated YouTube channel, subscribing to it as well. And then finally, why not find us on one or more of your favorite social media platforms using hashtag Weekend at the Cottage on Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Sorry, I'm speeding up a little bit. I gotta finish this off. Plum clafoutis, get going. You're gonna love it. Enjoy. Wow.